As the title suggests, we are here to talk about the Blockbuster Videos Friday night run. Oh my God, it feels like we've just gone back to the 1990s. It's a Friday and a young 12-year-old Chrissy Poos is sat there bored to tears listening to the teacher talk about the sports. We've got the sciences, we've got the English, we've got the maths. We're spending all day learning about things that we have no idea what they mean. What the hell's a Pythagoras theory? What the hell does this angle mean? No idea. But it doesn't matter because it's all fine. And you want to know why? As my dearest mama was driving me to school this morning, she said those beautiful words that every little 12-year-old wants to hear, and they are, we are not doing anything this weekend. It's coming to the end of school. It's nearly 3 o'clock, but it seems like a lifetime. Click, click, as the seconds go by. Come on, where are we going? And then all of a sudden, oh baby, you get your bag, you pack it, you put your pens away, you get in on the shoulder, and the next thing, you're straight out of the door, and you're running home. Oh my God, I can't take you, but I can't stop. I've got to get home. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You burst through the door, and you're just exhausted, and you're tired, and it's taken you 5 minutes to do a 10-minute journey because you absolutely sprinted all the way home. And you get home and your mum says, you need to calm down and you need something to drink. And I say to her, no, I don't want anything to drink. You need to grab the car keys, you need to get in the car, but you need something to eat. You haven't eaten since 12 o'clock. Listen, mother, you need to get the car keys, you need to get in the car. We need to go to the Blockbusters, we need to get the games. But you need to reduce your heart rate down. You're all sweaty, you're all tired. Mum, get the car keys, get in the car, come on. And then you stand next to the car and you're flicking the handle. Come on, Mum, we need to get in the car. And then she presses the buzzer and the car door opens and you get in the car and you're sitting there and you're waiting, you're thinking, God, what games am I going to have? What games am I going to have? Oh my God, we're going to go for the really expensive ones, or we're going to get maybe a couple of the cheaper ones. Oh my God, this is going to be amazing. And she's taking the time as she's walking out of the house and like, honestly, this is time that I could be playing games and you're taking your time. And then she gets into the car and she's really leisurely. Have you had a good day at school, son? Have you been fine? How was the classes? Has everybody been okay? And you're just like, get on with it. Come on, mother. So as you can hear with my accent, I am from Northern England, and having a Blockbuster Videos in your northern shithole town is absolutely incredible because it was a little tiny piece of the United States of America right in your hometown. As you looked around and you saw the grime and the dirt and you saw the other video stores that weren't really that good, they were just little tiny things that said video rental on the side, nothing really appealing. And then all of a sudden you would see the Blockbuster Video store and you walk in the front door and it's just like walking into America. Taxi! And you have the American flags flying high and everything's bright and wonderful and it's like, oh my God, it's just incredible. So you drive into the store, you drive in there and all of a sudden, your eyes light up. Why? Because you see this sign, the ticket stub sign, the Blockbuster Video sign. Oh baby, here we go. You get out of the car and you kind of want to run to the door, but you don't, so you kind of just walk like this. You open the door. Oh, and like I said earlier, it was like America. You'd have the popcorn just in front of you, and then just over to the side you would have the fizzy pop, and as a 12-year-old that was like amazing. Gaga, you see the fizzy pop, and it's not diet, it's the original hardcore fully leaded version. Oh, amazing. You look over to the far left side and you have the older 1980s videos. You've got E.T., Ghostbusters, Karate Kid, you've got big Indiana Jones. Oh wow. And you look just to the side and they had the new releases. You've got the Titanic, you've got the Home Alone, you've got the Bodyguard, and oh my God, they've got the brand new Toy Story in. And then you look over to the right hand side and the Holy Grail looking straight back at you. It's the video game section and there's hundreds of them and they're all colour coordinated. You've got the Nintendo stuff, you've got the Sega stuff, you've got the PC stuff. Oh God, what am I gonna pick? Oh God, I'm gonna need an hour. I'm gonna need an hour to pick through all this. You then have the older games such as Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario Kart and Street Fighter 2. Then at the end of the newer games you would have the exclusive brand new games that have just come out. You can't get them anywhere else, only here at Blockbusters. You would have Quake, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. You would have the brand new Pokemon Red and Blue. Oh God, this is getting exciting. So here in the UK, Blockbuster Videos used to do a 3-day rental period, but a really interesting fact, the first day was the day that you picked up the rental. So if you come on a Friday to pick up your game, that's day 1. Day 2 is Saturday and day 3 is Sunday. So when Mum is dawdling and saying, oh, let's take a leisurely stroll and we'll drive nice and steady, no, she can't do that because you need to get to the store on Friday as early as possible because that is day 1 of the rental, and all them hours wasted is me not being able to play the game, which means by the time we get to Sunday the chances of completing the game go down and down. Now the second thing that the UK Blockbusters did was they had different prices on the games and it depended on a few things. If it was the Street Fighter game, you may be paying somewhere around £3, which in US dollar might be somewhere around $5 or $6. If you went for one of the newer games, something such as the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, you might be paying more of a premium, which might be £5. We're talking at somewhere around $7 to $8 US. This is big money, and to go for this particular game you might have to do a little bit of, oh mother, you are looking wonderful today and I've been such a good boy at school this week. You're going to have to suck up and do a little bit of ass kissing to get the better game. And all of Chris's hard work and ass kissing has paid off because little 12-year-old Chrissy Poos is walking to the checkout with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. What a treat this is going to be. You get to the counter and dearest mother, she pulls out the Blockbuster Videos card, which to a 12-year-old boy is the same as a credit card. Why? Because it's going to give me utmost joy for the next 3 days. She swipes the card, she pays the money, and Chris is off out of the door with his game to enjoy a wonderful weekend. So I get home and I'm just about to rush upstairs and she tells me, stop, you need to go in the kitchen and eat your tea. Get some fluids before you play on that game. Okay, so you walk into the kitchen, you eat it as fast as possible, you get a drink, you're like, right, I can't eat and drink fast enough. It's gone. Mum, it's gone. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. You run upstairs, you put the game in, you get the game, you're there. And that's it. You're just playing the game. The world around you disappears. You don't hear any of the noises. It's as if all the birds have died because you can't hear anything. There's commotion downstairs. Who cares? Why? Because I've got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on. Yeah, I'm playing the game. And then it gets to 9 o'clock. Doesn't matter. And you hear mother, it's time to go to bed, Chris. It's time to go to bed. Yeah, and you play it, and it's 9:30. It's time to go to bed, Chris. Yeah. Whatever, I can't even hear. She then comes in the room at 10 o'clock. Right, you need to switch the game off. You need to switch the game off. And you're like, okay, let me just finish this part and I'll switch the game off. Knowing that you're not going to switch the game off. Your mother finally comes in the room and she says, right, I have had enough. It has gone 10 o'clock and you need to switch that computer off. Okay then, so you switch the computer off. And you get in bed and all you can think about is that next level. Where are we going? What kind of moves do I need to do? What tricks do I need to do to get the points? Oh God, I can't wait. And you lay there and your mum, night night, and she walks out of the door and then she shuts the door. And you give it 20 minutes and then you sneak out of bed. Everybody in the house is asleep, right? So I go and I turn the computer back on and I turn the TV monitor back on and I mute the computer and the monitor and I sit there and I'm playing the game like this, and it's 1 o'clock and it's 2 o'clock and I'm just going level after level after level and I don't care. And then it gets to about 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. and I'm tired and I'm like, oh, I've got to go to bed. So I switch the computer off and I go to bed. And then in my head, my mind is just racing. Next level, next level. And then it gets to about 7 o'clock in the morning and I wake up and the first thing I do, I get out of the bed and I put the game on and I'm sitting there and it's 7 a.m. in the morning and I've had hardly any sleep and I'm sat there and my eyes are all red, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because it's Saturday and Saturday is a full day's gaming. We're talking 12 to 14 hours of pure Tony Hawk's gaming. And you're just on it like that. You're doing the flips, you're doing the back flips, you're doing the things, and you're just on it all day. It gets to around 10 to 12 o'clock in the morning. You need the toilet, but you can't go to the toilet because you're just about to finish the next level. And then you kind of have to, and then you run to the toilet, and you use the toilet, fast, right, and then you come back to the game, and you're playing the game, and then some more time later, your mum walks in, and she's got some food, and she's like, right, you've got to eat the food, and what you're doing is you're trying to play the game whilst eat the sandwich at the same time. Oh Christ, I can't do the flip, okay, I can go back to the sandwich, eat the sandwich, okay, and you're trying to do the game with one hand, and sometimes you might even use the chin. Christ almighty, what we're doing here. Okay, so 14 hours later, it gets to night time on a Saturday, and you're exhausted, and you haven't done anything all day, and your legs are killing, but you're getting through to the final stages of the game. As far as you're aware, there's around 5 levels left. Come on, baby, we got another day to do. Let's do Sunday. So you wake up on a Sunday and you are in complete panic mode. Why? Because you've only got a certain amount of time to complete this game. So any errors, anytime you have to reset, anytime you have to redo, this is all time that's going to be against you for the great challenge of trying to complete Tony Hawk's before 6 p.m. when you have to return the game. So you're sitting there and you're playing and then you fail. Oh God, I've got to reset, right, so I see reset, and then you're playing the game, and then you don't get the jump that you needed. Oh God, sweating, oh God, and it gets to 3 o'clock, and then it gets to 4 o'clock, you haven't been to the toilet, you've not eaten, and then it gets to 5 o'clock, and then you hear your mum and she shouts, it's getting ready to take the game home, are you ready? Take the game home, just a little bit longer, and you're playing, and it says, final level. You're on the final level. Oh God, come on. I've got about 1 hour to go, and you're playing the game. And then you get to the final bit, and the final competition, and the final flips, and the final whatever you need to do to finish the damn game. And you get to the end. Oh my God, why? Because we have now finally completed the game. Tony Hawk's is now complete. My life is happy. We have had such a wonderful weekend. The game is now finished. We got all the great stars that we needed to. And just in time, because Mother walks in, it's time to go and take the rental back. Now at this point, you're kind of in a very happy, but also a very sad mood, because you realise that the weekend is over, you're off back to school the next morning, but you've also had such an amazing time. And as you sit in the car going back to Blockbuster videos, you kind of have these mixed feelings inside. And what was quite interesting, and I'm not quite sure if they did this in the US, but in the UK they had a little letterbox that was at the side of the main door at Blockbuster Videos. So as the store shut at 4 p.m, the letterbox allowed you to post the rental back through any time between 4 p.m. and midnight. And we used to get there somewhere around 6 p.m. and you would walk up to the post box, one last look, post the game, and then walk away. And as you're driving home, you have these mixed emotions inside. You're very sad for giving back the game, but equally really proud. The fact that you spent all your time and you were able to complete the game. And as you look out of the window, then mixed feelings make you silent. You just sit there staring at the world as it goes by. And then out of nowhere, a little ray of light happens when your mother turns to you and she says, "Guess what, Chris? We're not doing anything next week. Would you like to go back and get another rental?"